Hey, G Almighty, what's good?
Grinding, brother.
Man, pleasure to have you.
Yeah, man, pleasure to be here.
Now, for sure. Now we're in Fort Lauderdale right now, right?
Of course, Broward County went hard to Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay, born and raised?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, because and like I always say in many other interviews, Florida is like the only state that goes by counties for some reason.
Yeah, man. That's just how it is. It's a Florida thing.
So when people say Broward, it could be Pompano, it could be, you know.
Pompano, Hollywood, Hollandale, you know, Lauderdale.
Right. But I look at it as a good thing because when you're repping the county, you're repping everybody else's little division within that county too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So is that kind of, do you look at that as a plus?
Of course.
Whether in other states, if you're repping a city, the city right next to you probably you can't rep that.
Right. I mean, you know, Broward County, man, Pompano, Lauderdale, Hollywood, we just gotta just stand together. You know what I'm saying? Just stay united. The old 954.
Right.
That's the title of the project I just dropped, 954.
Right. Now, from the outside looking in, when we speak on Florida, we don't speak on outside looking in. We don't speak on Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
You know, now Broward's coming up, but you know when we think of Miami, when we think of Florida, we think of Miami.
Right.
You know, and Fort Lauderdale's not too far away from Miami.
Yeah, you're like 20 minutes away.
Yeah. Do you feel like Fort Lauderdale's kind of like overlooked musically?
Yeah, we've been overlooked for a while, but you know we getting the thing. You know, we got football players popping, we got artists popping. Some of the biggest artists in the game from Broward County right now. So you know, everybody gradually moving up from what we used to be. Cause we ain't used to get no love and no shine like that. But now everybody popping, doing their thing, and you know, everything coming together like it's supposed to.
Right, straight up. Now, what was it like growing up in Fort Lauderdale?
You know, I grew up in the city in Fort Lauderdale. You know, Lincoln Park, Sunland, Royal Palm. You know, I just moving around. It was just, you know, struggles, everyday life. My grandma raised me up. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth to my grandma and my mom. Right,
that's what I was about to ask you. Single parent household?
Yeah, single parent, yeah.
What was the roughest thing you had to go through in Broward?
I mean, the roughest thing really was growing up without my dad, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things a man's supposed to show you that a woman can't show you. But, you know, my mom, my grandma did their thing. They did their best they could.
Right. Now, did you see your dad growing up, or?
Nah.
Okay. Was it death, jail?
Nah, he just wasn't around.
He just wasn't around.
Yeah.
And that affected you growing up?
Not really. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it'd be good to have a dad growing up. You know?
Any brothers?
It's cool. Yeah, I got a lot of brothers, man.
How many?
About 10.
10?
Yeah.
And none of y'all had the same mom and dad?
Just like 10 siblings, not brothers.
Right.
Like between my mom and my dad, you know.
Right, okay.
I'm the oldest, yeah.
So, growing up, I mean, are you seeing you're not seeing your dad at all? Like,
nah.
You never, like, bumped into him, or he just stopped by?
A couple of times. We crossed paths. A couple of times.
Couple times.
Yeah,
and is this you being out in public, just doing your thing, or is it like a family gathering?
Yeah, family get-togethers. Like, yo, come see your dad. You know, we got this going on, you know. Pull up on him, highlight him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Not really nothing genuine, but it was cool.
Right. So, you know, by you not having a dad in your life, do you take, you know, do you take not having that love at home, going to the streets to get the love?
Nah, I don't really take it like that. You know, when I got in the streets, I just had to do what I had to do for my family, for my grandma. It's behind on stuff, you know. Get that going. Step up and be the man of the house. That's what it was with me.
Right.
You know, I really wasn't doing it because my dad wasn't there. I was doing it because I had to.
Right.
You know?
Right, so, for sure. So, did you graduate school in time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
High school?
High school.
Okay. Now, I understand you're a 3-time felon, right?
Yeah.
And all this took place
in Broward, yeah.
All this took place after high school?
Not after high school, yeah.
Okay, now is this like, are you trying to make ends meet? I mean, why?
Yeah, I got caught up in the streets at a young age. Just kept making the same mistakes, you know, over and over. You know, I learned from the mistakes. You know, I don't really like to dwell on it that much, but you know, I like to move forward from it. But just getting caught up, you know, in the streets.
Yeah, I mean, we don't got to get too deep.
Yeah.
But 3 times, is it all the same thing over and over again?
Different shit.
Different shit.
Yeah, different shit. Yeah.
Okay, so. I mean, usually it's like the 3-strike rule or something like that. Like, that didn't occur with you or anything?
I ain't had no violent charges. It was like non-violent shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I wasn't really like that.
Right.
That rule ain't really.
Right, now being a felon is real hard to to get a job these days?
Yeah, being a felon is crazy. It's a lot of barriers up against you being a felon.
Yeah.
You know, people just look at you like you're a felon, like you still that person. I say all the time, I did my crime, you know, I did the time, it's over with. I'm not that person no more, I done changed. But, you know, they still have those laws set up where for felons it's a little more harder than a regular citizen.
All right. Now, 3-time felon, how many years is that altogether?
I don't know if that's like about 6, 7.
6, 7.
Yeah.
So when you're in jail 6, 7 years,
it's like not straight, it's like on and off.
On and off.
Just, you know, probation violation, that kind of shit. Yeah.
Right. Do you have a different outlook on life?
Yeah, right now, of course, the main thing is staying free. That's the first thing you gotta do. You gotta want to be free. You gotta stay around people that want to stay free. Because if you hang around the same crowd again, you'll get back to the same thing.
Yeah.
Same results.
All right.
Keep doing the same thing, you're gonna get the same, you know, results.
Yeah. Now, your relationship with the other Fort Lauderdale artists. You know, I hear that you feel like, not that you don't get the respect, but you kind of inspired. I don't really know the word, really.
I'm trying to think of the word you're trying to get.
Like, do you really feel like you get the proper respect in Fort Lauderdale as far as the other rappers?
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Of course. I've been out here putting in work. They know me. They know what it is. You know, everybody out here just doing their own thing. I do me, they do them. I ain't got no beef with nobody right now, you know what I'm saying? I just do me, stay in my own lane.
Yeah.
You know, like, we all gonna make it out of this shit.
Right.
Ain't no pressure.
Right. Now Ace Hood in his Hustle record, the Hustle Hard record, he shouted you out.
Right, yeah. I was in prison.
You was in jail.
Yeah, I heard that when I was in prison. I was in the box when I heard that.
So you was in jail when you heard the shout out.
Yeah.
And do you know how big that record was though?
Yeah, that shit.
What year was that? Like
that was like 2011.
2011.
12. Something.
Okay, so
yeah.
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
And you're in jail. Is that when you first heard it, or people I was already telling you?
I first heard it when I was in the box.
So people was
writing me like, "Yo, Ace shouted you out in the song." I'm like, oh, "I gotta hear that. I ain't hear it yet."
Yeah.
I heard it on the radio.
So you heard it in jail. How many years was you facing then when you heard that?
I had called like the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, a little something. Nothing major.
So when you hear that, what's your thoughts?
I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get out here and snap.
Yeah.
Drop this music and go ham, you know.
Right.
I just what it was.
And was that your last time going in or no?
Nah, I went back in after that.
You went back in after that?
Yeah, man.
So you get out, you did your year in a day.
I did my year in a day. I got out, was chilling for a while, you know what I'm saying, trying to stay out. Got into a little situation, I had to go do that.
Alright.
You know, I did that, I came back. I done been out right now, 2 years.
Okay.
I done been chilling, just focusing on the music, staying out the streets.
Yeah.
You know?
So what's your relationship with Ace Hood?
He's cool. I ain't talked to him in a while. We good.
Yeah.
Ain't no pressure.
All right, for sure. Now, summer 18, what could we expect from you?
We dropping projects, videos, clothing, AG Almighty clothing. Got shows coming up, tours, everything, movies, all that. We working.
All right.
Yeah, Premier Nation, Russo, we working, we grinding.
All right. Now, I mean, for sure, Broward is definitely on the map. Like,
right.
Broward is definitely, you know, on the map right now, man. Like, all eyes is on it. Every record label I go to is Broward, Florida, South Florida. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man, we working, dog. Everybody working. I love to see everybody work.
right.
The athletes, the rappers, the comedians, you know, people setting records. You know, Broward County, we been had that in us.
Yeah. Do you get discouraged by, you know, the new era of hip hop? And what I mean by that is, you know, the colorful nails and the face tats and the pink dreads and the purses and the dresses. But these new era rappers that are doing everything I just said, they're going platinum.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, you know, you gotta remember these jits, you know, the internet is ran by high school students. It's what they like. This a new generation, you know. It done been a generation where, you know, the grown people ran it, you know, the Ice-T's, the Jay-Z's, they still relevant to this day. But right now it's the younger generation. They doing their thing. You can't hate on that. They getting money.
Yeah.
They kids getting money. They taking care of they parents the right way. Mm-hmm. They ain't gotta be in the streets doing it. Yeah. So let them. That's them. Right. I ain't finna paint my hair pink, purple, and I'm straight. That's just them. That teach his own.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, cause clout is a big thing in this day and age. Yeah. And Instagram is a big key too. Right. Do you get on Instagram sometimes and shake your head at the stuff you see, or you kind of understand that clout is kind of needed in this rap shit?
I understand the game, dog. You gotta understand what's going on, man. I just sit back like, yeah, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I just do me. We just stay in our own little bubble and just do us.
Yeah.
I don't really spend time worrying about nobody else, because if I do that, I ain't gonna be able to handle my situation.
Right. Well, what do you think is most needed? What do you think is most needed for an up-and-coming artist these days? The music, which is the talent,
Mm-hmm.
the money, which is the budget,
Right.
or the clout? Up-and-coming artist, the music, the money, or the clout? What's most important?
You gotta have the music, dog. You got to have the music. You got to have that in you to be able to create that, you know, to get the money and to get the clout. It got to be in you. You got a lot of people like, yo, I got the hottest song, but like, dog, that shit ain't even mixed right. It ain't mastered. It don't sound right. It's not orchestrated right. If you listen to all these big songs, they right. They orchestrated correctly, properly. The beats sound right. The hook flow, the verses go. You know, all that, everything, it got to be right. You feel what I'm saying? In order for it to pop. You got to have that. You got to perfect your craft. Perfect it. Make sure you got your shit right before you present it, you know, to the world. Because, you know, first impression is the best one. That shit, you know, stay focused and keep grinding.